That night, the cops let us have it.
All the time in the 90s.
Hood where the essays stay. I guess they was thinking we get out.
Real deal.
The essays was cool though. They took us to the hospital.
Real deal. A lot of kids were running for their lives, just like that scene. Let's get into this video.
Let it bang, let it bang. Changing up the script, had to change the way that I live, had to change the way that I build. No more powder in them seals, no more stacking up them kills. Gotta take care of my kids, wasn't easy paying those bills. I could feel the weight on my chest, I gave it all my best. Only pounds I move when I bench, only pounds I move when I lift. I got back up and I flex, I got tired of hitting that deck. Feeling bullets with my head, savage tattoo on my face. Gotta thank God for his grace, make time for my babe. Gotta take time when I pray, legal money all in my bank. I ain't got time to be fake, took the gang all across state. Try to help out when I can. Boss mode, I got plans. Sauce on, I got fans. Came in the game without a dime to my name. Got some pounds in the change. Got some pounds in the change. Used to hang with killers who would let it bang. Who would let it bang. Who would let it bang. Every time they see me, they ask me what I'm on. Every time they see me, they ask me what I'm on. Every time they see me, they ask me what I'm on. Boy, you know what's on. I tell them wrong is strong. Been in prison, back in prison, just to tell them how I'm living. You ain't gotta sell dope to get a pocket full of binges. You ain't gotta kill folks. I've been working on forgiveness. Used to kick down the door just to show them how I'm feeling. Now I'm dealing with the pain. I ain't gotta run away. Ain't no guppies on the team.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is JC. I am Raw and Strong. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss nothing. If you're part of my team, mi familia, mi raza, you already know what time it is. Suéltala Suburban, because we're about to take a ride. What's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Raw and Strong. Is it Friday today? It is Friday. Well, today I'm gonna tell you a story about running for my life throughout the whole night because I was a dumb kid hanging around with grown-ass men that I had no business hanging out with. You know, they have it in movies. They have, you've seen warriors where, you know, they're running for their lives, and you got Menace to Society where they drop them off in the homies, you know, area, and it happens for real. It actually does happen, and it happens a lot in Chicago too. I don't know if it happens in other states. If it does, leave a message, leave a comment, because I mean, there was some dirty ass cops back then too. I wouldn't even say really dirty. I would just say, man, you know, they were gang banging too. They were gang banging against us and everybody else. So, you know, mine, I didn't get dropped off there actually. We were in the north side because they called a really big SD meeting, and everybody went to the north side. And this is when the twins, there was two twin brothers that were like running the whole north side little chapter. And all I remember is a bunch of Milwaukee Kings, SDs, and it was like busy, like traffic, you know. And I've always told you guys that the north side, you know, was completely different from the south side. Like it was a whole different world. And I mean that. I don't know about now, I'm talking about in my time. I was 15 years old back then. You know, we're talking about early 90s. So, you know, I go over there with one of the older guys, and they step in. I'm in the on the block, just, you know, chilling with SDs, Milwaukee Kings, and there's like so much foot traffic. I'm loving it. I'm loving the scene. You know, 15-year-old kid trying to be a gangster, hanging out with all these older guys, and they're smoking weed out there, and they're just chilling like nothing. You know what I mean? And in the south side, shit, the cops get there real quick and pick you up when you're on the corner like that. So I was like, man, this is heaven. I would love to move over here. We had been out there for about 30 minutes, and the cops start coming from everywhere. The paddy wagon, everything. They start coming out area. So I start running. Remember, I'm a 15-year-old kid. 15-year-old kid, you know, We think we have it all figured out, but we don't. We don't. And you know, I started running, and the one thing that I need you guys to kind of visualize and see is that on the north side, there must have been about 100 gangs, and the south side, about 10 back in the 90s. Yeah, I mean, a little bit more than 10. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but what I'm saying is, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, there's a gang on every other corner on the north side, and it's a different one. And it was, you know, Dragons, OAs, Vikings, Imperial Gangsters, Dragon. It just, you get my drift, right? And so that whole night, I'm like walking and running, because I see different cats, you know what I mean? Different. I would say that the only thing that saved me that night was this. That I was young, and you know, I was a little kid. I really didn't grow until I went to prison. I was tiny. So, you know, somehow I ended up all the way on Fullerton by downtown by the lake, because I kept on trying to walk closer and closer to downtown, because it started to seem like it was safer and safer. So I just kept on walking. And no, I didn't have no money on me. I didn't have nothing on me. All I knew is that I didn't want to get arrested. I didn't want to go to jail for the night. It's crazy what you do to not spend one night in jail. I think I would have been safer in there, and I would have got some food, because by then I was already starving. I was tired. I was hungry. So there's a park in Fullerton by the lake where the people park, and you know, they go with their girlfriends or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you know? It's by the lake, it's romantic, whatever. A lot of gangbangers go there too. But I get there, and there's this dude, this older Mexican dude with his lady there, and honestly, I told him, I was like, dude, like, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I just didn't want to get arrested. So I gave him my whole spill, you know, and I told him that, you know, I was in the gang. He asked me what gang I was in. I was telling him I was an SD for 59, and you know, he told me, I'm gonna leave in a little bit with my lady. I live towards that way. And I was like, cool, you know, because, man, I'm telling you, like, I didn't know what I was gonna do no more. Like, I just didn't know. And it's crazy because you're so young and you're so tough in other ways, but in other ways you're like somebody doesn't even know how to function. So he ends up giving me a ride, drops me off right in front of my grandma's house. Today I realize how much God has protected me, how much he kept me around, how much he's touched my life. I came to realize that I actually have a purpose. You know, God uses people to try and get the message out sometimes, because we're hard-headed. We don't listen, because we have that choice. We could either do good or bad. You know, it's either or. We have that choice, and the sad part is that sometimes we choose to do bad more than we choose to be good, and that's being real. Today when I got up in the morning, I had a moment where I was mad at him, because I asked him, where were you all that time that he was locking me in that room for hours? Where were you? Where were you when I was feeling that alone and that pain in that corner as a kid, as a 4-year-old kid? Where were you? And it's crazy because I was praying, and he was like, man, I was with you the whole time. And I felt this like relief from my heart. It was crazy. You know, I've never been big on religion until like now. Like now I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm not afraid to like tell people what he's done in my life and how I feel, because everybody's higher power is different, and everybody's story is different, and everybody needs different stuff. Some people say, you know, they need the gym. Some people say that they need AA meetings. Some people say that they need church. Some people say that they need counseling. Some people say they need a psychiatrist. You know, I say that I need everything I can get because I need to be able to put every single little piece back together because I sacrificed so much being on the bad team that I lost so much. So many pieces of me were broken that I have to put it all together. And now I feel better because I work on myself. You know, I go to church, I go to AA meetings, I try to be as kind as I can every day. And you guys might think it's corny, but let me tell you, nah. I'm very, very humbled and very blessed to be able to share my stories, and it's fun. Yeah, it's like therapy. You know, that cat ended up giving me that ride to my grandma's house, and there's a lot of people that I remember now that have been in my life back then with a message and a purpose. And today I remember him. And if you're still out there, dude, you know who you are. Hey, I was that kid that needed that ride, that needed that sandwich. Thank you. Hey, my name's JC. I am Run Strong. Don't judge nobody. Stay in your lane. Live savage. And remember, you have one life to live. Live it out free. Not doing drugs. Not doing time. Not gangbang. Not doing... Just try to be better. Just try. I mean, what are you gonna lose? Catch you guys on the rebound.